Also, too, back from the very first episode, we were talking about the morning glories that we did up. Angie will be bringing those in soon because now we have heat in the greenhouse. She says they are growing quite nicely in her south-facing window in her house. So very, very soon we'll be able to take a look at that. And upcoming, if everything works out well, we are going to be visiting our local wholesale grower to not only look at their growing operation, but to check out a brand new state-of-the-art, going green basically. It is a wood furnace and chipping operation, and I say operation because they are heating 5 acres of greenhouse with this wood chipper and furnace unit that they've recently put in. Basically, that will eliminate them from having to use fuel oil or LP fuel, coal, or anything like that. They still have an oil furnace as a backup in case anything should happen, because obviously you don't want to lose 5 acres of plants in one night if for some reason you run out of wood or you get a jam or a clog. So they do have a backup system, but we should be going to take a little field trip down to visit them. Hopefully we'll be able to get down to our local grower for a quick little field trip to check out a real professional growing operation. I mean,
real professional, cut it out. Anyway.
We are professional grade.
Yeah, we are.
Well, we're on the retail scale. They're on a major wholesale scale. They supply garden centers and greenhouses throughout the Northeast. So it'll definitely be an interesting trip.
We do pretty good for ourselves, though.
Well, but the bottom line is starting your own little victory garden at home from our heirloom seeds is not a big deal. It's very easy to do.
It's very easy to do. Preparation is the key. Make sure you're planting your garden outside. Make sure you prepare an area. Try to get it as weed-free as possible. Rototill or loosen your soil up. Adding homemade compost is great. You can also add things like we sell regular 40-pound bags of composted cow manure that you can just basically spread over the top of the soil and just till it in. Add lime, just like you would be liming your lawn. You want to make sure that you lime your garden. And you know, there's a lot to be said. If you've been gardening and your garden is in the same spot every year, use some good old-fashioned crop rotation. Don't plant your peas in the same spot every year. Don't plant your corn in the same spot every year. There's certain diseases out there like clubfoot that affects broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, things like that. Clubfoot it's a fungal virus, and the easiest way to get rid of it, don't plant your stuff in the same spot. Plant it in a different area. The virus stays live in the soil, but it only affects your broccolis, your cabbages, your cauliflowers. It won't affect peas, beans, corn, tomatoes, anything like that. So plant your peas, beans, and corn there. It won't affect them whatsoever, and because the virus doesn't have a food source that particular year, it will die out. Wait a couple of years, you can start planting your cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli back in that area again.
Good advice.
Likewise, your peas and beans, which are legumes, they actually help produce nitrogen. They actually produce nitrogen on their roots, and they leave that nitrogen in the soil at the end of the season. So if you plant corn in that area next year, the corn needs that nitrogen. So, by using simple crop rotation, you can actually help to improve your soil year after year.
Okay. See you next episode.
Bye.